When you first enter the Constructor, you will see the main page. There are always 3 ways to start working in the Constructor: load a saved project, import a project from other sources, or create a new one. To continue working on a previously saved project, you must go to the Personal Account section, which will be shown a little later. Let's first look at the process of creating a new project. To begin, we need to add materials and edge bands to the project. Click Select Any Material and enter the name or item number of the required material. In the Search and Add window for panel materials, you can filter materials by the following attributes: type, thickness, brand. You can apply filters together or separately for each attribute. After adding a filter to the materials search, you will see an icon with a pop-up window listing the applied filters. After selecting a material, you will be prompted to choose edge type from a list of options most suitable for the chosen material. By clicking Add, you return to the Search and Add Materials window and can continue adding the next material or edge band. This way you can add several materials at once without closing the window. After selecting materials, we go to the Details tab. To view the list of added panel materials, switch to the Materials tab. There you will find all the tools for working with panel materials, namely Add Materials, Material Replacement in the design, Material Customer, Free Issue Material from Warehouses. Select Blue type for the project. If a material needs to be replaced, click Material Replacement in the design, choose the material, enter the required article number from the site's assortment or the client's warehouse, and click Replace. Attention: if the replacement material has a different thickness, processing offsets may occur. Be sure to check all operations for correct placement. On the Edges tab, you can add edge bands, edge replacement in the design, edges customer. Attention: an edge band up to 0.45 mm thick will follow the texture of the edged material. Depending on the LDSP manufacturer, there may be surface irregularities on the edge band. ETY does not recommend edge bands thinner than 0.45 mm. Recommended edge band thickness on visible edges is 0.6 mm or greater. The Details tab provides the following tools: Add Detail, Editing Details, Open the Quick Input Table (QIT), Importing Details, Group Operations for selected details, Convenient Filters for the Details table. In the Details table, you will see columns displaying the detail sketch, its overall dimensions, amount, types of applied operations, material number, product number, texture orientation along the length, and edge treatments. A tooltip appears on hover. Details with errors are highlighted in a different color. Hovering over the exclamation mark on the right shows a tooltip with information about the error. The intuitive Details entry interface allows you to add details to your project in 2 ways. First method, for example, add a detail laminated from LDSP material and a detail made from compact board. Depending on the selected material, input fields and edge treatment parameters change. Click Add Detail to add a new detail to the project. Enter the detail name. Select the material. Select edge treatments. Enter overall dimensions. Select the product. Select the stitch type as needed. The details will appear in the Details table. By default, the texture along the length checkbox is active, indicating the texture direction along the detail length. If you need to add multiple details without closing the input window, uncheck the Close the window after saving checkbox. In the Details table, you will see a tooltip when hovering over these fields. Material, the material linked to the detail and its type. Products, the product the detail is linked to. Edge treatments applied to the detail. Second method. A faster way to add details is the Quick Input Table (QIT). Click the QIT button. Select the material on the Material tab. Click Add Detail and fill in the table. By activating the Edge checkbox, you can quickly add edge bands on all sides of the detail by specifying the required edge number from the list. Activating the Edge Only checkbox lets you quickly change the edge banding on already added details. To confirm whether a detail requires an edge band, hover over it to see the list of edges on all sides. Use Enter to quickly move between cells and rows. This lets you work only with the keyboard and speeds up data entry. Using the Group Actions function in the Details table for selected details, you can connect materials to details, change product on details, replace the edge on the details, delete selected details, select texture on details, remove texture on details, clone parts, fold increase of the detail number, transfer holes to the opposite side, group change of hole diameters, set edge around the perimeter. To do this, select Details on the left of the Details table and choose the required item from the drop-down menu. Filter. You can filter details in the table by material, edges, thickness, texture, joint, products. Select Parameters and click Apply. A symbol appears next to fields where a filter is applied. In editing details, you can change for any detail: name, length, width, amount, material, edge band. Set or remove texture flag. Change the product. Navigate between input fields with the left-right arrow keys. To exit edit mode, click Save. The Furniture Fitting tab includes a table listing added furniture showing sketch, name, article number, amount, price per unit, total amount based on quantity, and edit or delete buttons. Total sum of added furniture including personal discount. Search by article number. Add furniture from the catalog, select article or number of the produce. Project Analytics, number and diameter of holes. The program analyzes the holes on details and displays totals in the holes table by diameter. To the right of the holes table, a list of recommended product is shown. Hovering over holes of a certain diameter highlights the groups recommended for these holes, making it fast to find the right furniture group. Clicking a group opens a window where you can select the required furniture and add it to the project. The Products tab contains a table listing products in the project. You can add a product, edit its name, or delete it from the list. To enter Details mode, where you can add and edit operations, you must click the Detail sketch. You will see a 3D visualization of the selected detail. You can rotate it by clicking the left mouse button, pan it by clicking the right mouse button, and zoom in or out using the mouse wheel. For your convenience, the lower left corner shows a blue origin line for orientation, 3 lines indicating the texture direction, and the detail's dimensions on the top and right sides. In detailing mode, you also have the option to center the detail. Detail rotation function. Any detail can now be rotated left or right by 90 degrees. To do this, click the Rotate Counterclockwise or Rotate Clockwise button. The detail will rotate 90 degrees, and the texture orientation will remain horizontal. Attention! Rotation is currently disabled for details made from countertop material and for details that have imported curved operations. On the left, you see the operations you can apply to the detail. Processing of corners, groove selection, rabbet selection, bevel cut, rectangular and circular cut, cutout sampling, hole, curvilinear machining, hole templates, templates of mortise handles. For all edge treatments are displayed on the detail with different colors. A color legend is available in the lower left corner of the constructor. Hovering over a detail's edge or an operation opens a pop-up window with the parameters of the applied edge band. A similar mechanism is implemented for edge treatments on compact plate material. For curved operations imported from other furniture programs, hovering over them provides more detailed information about the applied edge banding. You can get information about the parameters of applied operations directly on the 3D model by hovering over a specific operation. For example, hovering over a hole shows its coordinates on the detail. A double click on an operation created in KM3D opens the editing window for that operation, allowing you to view all parameters and quickly make changes. This mechanism significantly speeds up the editing process in checking the installation parameters for operations on a detail. Let's apply some operations. Processing of corners. Click the first operation. In the corner treatment window, first choose the treatment type, radius or section, then the corner to be treated, radius, and finally, select the edge. For example, choose the top left corner and the treatment type radius. Enter a radius value of 100, select the edge band, click Save, and you will see the operation appear on the 3D model. Select the second operation in the list called Groove Selection and you will see a window to fill in the values. You can place a groove on the face or reverse side. If the groove is not full length and its width is less than 20 mm, an additional option finishing by milling appears. This is used to remove the residual radius left by the saw blade exit. You can also place a groove on the edge of the detail. To make the groove span the full length, click the button next to the length value. After filling in the fields, click Save. Holes. A mechanism for multiple hole addition with offsets is implemented. To use it, select the holes operation type, enter the required number of holes, the offset, and the direction, and click Save. Cutout sampling. This tool allows you to create a rectangular recess, pocket, in the face of the detail, with corner radii starting from 3 mm and a remaining base thickness of 2.5 mm or more, depending on the panel thickness. Recesses imported from design programs can be almost any shape, but you must remember that the router leaves a residual radius, 3 mm for LDSP and 5 mm for compact boards. You can use this tool to install various furniture that requires this operation, such as recessed handles, or to use the pocket for inlaying another material, like a glass or leather insert in a countertop. Curvilinear machining. This tool allows you to apply L-shaped, U-shaped, and smile cutouts. Double smile cutouts are also supported. Hole templates. There are two options for setting templates. First, hole templates chosen from a list. And second, templates for hardware. This allows for the batch placement of holes for selected furniture by article number. To use this, select Hole Templates, then Templates for Hardware. In the window that opens, choose a category from the furniture catalog, select the required furniture or find it by article number in the search window, and click Add. Fill in the furniture installation parameters, specifically template, side, side of installation, set offset from edge, set offset from end edge. Then click Save. Note, by default, the furniture is added to the project in the Furniture section. If you do not want the furniture included in the cost calculation, uncheck the corresponding box. Templates of Mortise Handies. Using the Templates of Mortise Handies tool, you can set templates for both recessed and profile handles. Let's look at an example of adding a profile handle and a recessed handle to a detail. To open the editing window for any operation, double-click the operation, change the values, and click Save. You will see a window displaying all your operations on this detail, their parameters, and any errors will be marked in red. If the detail has many operations, for convenience, hovering over an operation in the list will highlight it in light blue on the detail. Let's talk about group operations. Group imaging. Select the operations on the detail, choose imaging from the menu, then select imaging relative to the vertical or horizontal axis. The axis relative to which the imaging will take place will be visually shown on the 3D model. Click the Save button. Group shifting of finishes. Select the menu Group Shifting of Finishes. Then select the direction of movement, vertical or horizontal, and the offset value. You can specify both positive and negative values. Click the Save button. The direction of the shift will be visually shown on the 3D model. Group copying of finishes. Select the operations on the detail, and in the menu, click on Group Copying of Finishes. First, you need to choose the direction of the offset, vertical or horizontal, and the offset value. You can also specify both positive and negative values here. Click the Save button. The direction of the shift will be visually shown on the 3D model. If you need to change the detail size, amount, replace the edge band on a side, or add lamination, click Detail Specifications on the same page. The Constructor supports several joint types. Similar material, two materials, contours, joined with a vertical jumper, joined with strips with horizontal jumper, joining with an upper strip of 120 mm, joining three sides with strips of 120 mm wide, joining with a bottom strip of 120 mm. Let's choose, for example, the contours join type. You can see how this is reflected on our 3D detail. Working with countertops. Countertop rounding cuts are supported for both 1U countertops, rounding of one edge, and 2U countertops, rounding of both edges. For 1U countertops, select the Soft Cut, 20 mm, checkbox when creating the detail. This enables edge banding on the top edge of the detail. For 2U countertops, with the options Bottom Soft Cut, 20 mm, and Upper Soft Cut, 20 mm, enabled, edge banding becomes possible on both edges. For countertop material, templates have been added, countertop lock, internal and external, as well as the countertop radius corner template. To add them to the detail, you need to click the countertop operations icon and select the desired template. Working with compact plate material. ETY MASTER 3D has improved handling of compact plate material. When creating or editing a detail, you can, for each edge, choose an available edge treatment type. Enable or disable the additional surface texture along the length. It is enabled by default. Various options for end treatments are available. Edge treatments are color highlighted on the 3D model. A legend with color decryption is available at the bottom of the screen. Hovering over an edge opens a window with detailed information about the treatment. Edge treatments can also be applied to corner, rectangular, circular, U-shaped, L-shaped cutouts, and other curved operations. After finishing the operations on the detail, we save them and return to the Details page. On the Details page, there are several buttons in the upper right corner. Clicking the first button allows you to create a new design and return to the main page, but be careful, as all unsaved data from the last project will be deleted. Clicking the second button allows us to check the project information. Two reports are available. General Report. This report contains the basic project information, lists of materials, edge bands, details linked to them, and the parameters of all details. Detailed Report. This report displays the following information for each individual detail. Detail sketch showing overall dimensions and edge banding around the contour. QR code, which you can scan to go directly to the detail in your mobile device's browser. Texture orientation along the length. Material used. For laminated details, multiple materials may be listed. A list of all operations in a table format with parameters. To view the cost estimate for your project, click the Estimated Value button. This allows you to immediately receive a preliminary cost of your project, including materials, services, and furniture. In the Constructor, you can immediately generate cutting chart for your project. To do this, click Cutting Chart. Import section. The service supports importing projects from design programs such as 3D Constructor, Basis Meblier, SketchUp, as well as details with edges and furniture in a table format from Microsoft Excel, Prosto, Woody 2.0. To import a project from Basis Meblier, you must read the instructions for installing the script. After following the instructions, import the project by uploading it from your computer. Attention! After uploading a file, and before sending the order, you must verify the correctness of all uploaded materials, edge bands, and furniture. If necessary, use the replacement functions, material replacement in the design, replace edge band in project, and replace furniture in project in ETY MASTER 3D. If you need to import specific details or furniture instead of the entire project, you can do this through the Details table. All design programs supported in the Import Details section are supported here. In the upper right corner, there is a profile icon. Clicking on it will show your name, surname, and the phone number to which this account is registered. After finishing work on the project, we can save the project. Enter the name, select Folder for saving, and click Save. The project is successfully saved and can be viewed in your personal cabinet. To open the personal cabinet, click Personal Cabinet in the main menu, or when saving a project, select Save and go to Personal Cabinet. We are now in the Personal Cabinet, in the My Projects section. In the left block, folders with your projects are displayed. You can create, edit, and delete them. You can also add subfolders within folders. In the upper right corner of the table, you can customize the display of columns, choose only the ones you need, type, source, modified by, etc., or quickly select all available fields. To return to the ETY MASTER 3D Online Constructor, you can either create a new project by clicking Create a Project in the upper left block, or use the context menu Change the Project, which opens when you click on a project in the list, if you need to change something in an already created project. In the context menu, you have the option to move the project to another folder. Click on Move. Select the folder you want to place the project in and click Add. To create a new copy of the project, select Copy. You can also request specialist assistance. You can easily submit a request and get a specialist's help. Choose the required option. Manager advice. Application for project revision. Checking errors in the order. If you select the Checking Errors in the Order option, errors can be corrected and the project forwarded to an order upon agreement with technical support. Our team will quickly help you resolve any question. All information about the request will be sent to your email and via messages. If we need to add a description to the project or change its name, this can be done in the Edit Fields window. Before placing an order, you can check the project for the presence of critical errors that prevent the order from being placed. Let's proceed to placing an order. After saving the project, select Draw up an order from the list and you will see a window to select the desired city and branch. Select them and you will receive a calculation with a list of materials, services, and the cost of the order. After making sure that the list and cost of services, materials, and furniture suit you, click Continue in the lower right corner and you will see a page where you can leave a comment or upload additional files. Click Draw up an order. Done. We have successfully placed the order. The manager will process it shortly and call to confirm the order, after which it will appear in the list of orders in your personal cabinet. In the new ETY MASTER 3D, you now have the opportunity to place orders 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, independently, without being tied to the company's working hours.